Hi stamping friends, Melissa Kerman here with Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. Today's clean and simple Christmas card uses two pieces to create the card body. I have a large piece here that measures 5.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to score it at 1.25 inches. The second piece measures 5.5 by 4 1/8. It's slightly smaller than a quarter sheet of cardstock so that it tucks neatly into the card without sticking out over the edge. So now I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive onto that flap, and then I'm going to go ahead and just fold over that flap to attach it to the piece on the right. So now I'm just going to attach my designer paper pieces, starting with my 1 inch by 5.5 inch panel, and I'm going to center it right on the section to the left, the flap that was folded over. And the designer paper pieces that are going to come with kits vary. There's 3 different variations, and so there's lots of different combinations, fun combinations to make as far as this card is concerned. And I'm just tucking it up against the crease to attach it. Now I'm going to focus on doing the focal piece or the sentiment piece, and I'm using a stamp from the Merry Christmas to All stamp set. It's this nice big image, and I love the sentiment itself as well. And I've inked it up with my Mary Merlot ink pad and just stamping it right in the center. I like to start with the sentiment first. I think it makes it easier to position those little elements at the top and the bottom. So now I've inked up that image from the Dashing Deer stamp set using the Tranquil Tide ink and just stamping it at the top and the bottom so that it frames that sentiment just perfectly. Next, I'll be using the Joyous Noel Glimmer paper, which comes in the 3 colors, and I'm using my Twinkle Builder punch to punch out some stars to put on my sentiment piece. So I'm just going to start by placing my little stars where I want them, and with the big star it works beautifully to use a mini glue dot because it's big enough. For the medium star, you can use a mini glue dot rolled up, which will mean it'll sit up a little bit from the paper. And for the smallest star, you need to use the multi-purpose glue for sure because it's so tiny. Now I'm putting some multi-purpose liquid glue on the edges of my 2 pieces of green glimmer paper, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach them to the bottom and the top of my sentiment piece, and I'm going to expose as much of that glimmer paper as I want to see. I did sort of a small edge, but you may want to do a larger edge. It's necessary to use the multi-purpose liquid glue because the glimmer paper really won't stick with any other adhesive that I've found. So last but not least, I'm just putting dimensionals on the back side of the sentiment piece, and I'm going to attach it to the front of the card. So for the version I've showed you here, I've used 2 stamp sets, but here's another option which uses just the Dashing Deer stamp set. One of the things I really like about this alternative option is that it shows much more of the designer series paper, and it's gorgeous paper. So here are some additional versions of this card made with various patterns in this designer paper pack, and there's also versions with the 2 different sentiments I've shown here today. You can get free card kits in the mail to make today's project and 2 other projects through my online stamp club and free card kit program. For more details, check out the tutorials and classes page on my website, or you'll find direct links in the video description below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.